We are Accessrock. I am Dave. Today we get to talk to Ricky Warwick from, right now you're Black Star Riders.
I am and have been for the past year.
Yes. Is everything okay?
Everything is great, thank you, yeah. Why do you ask? Does it not look like it's okay?
No, it looks fabulous, of course.
Everything is good. We're on tour, which is wonderful. This is the 9th show of 9 in a row, so we're a little bit tired and beat up and a little bit croaky in the voice department, but...
You had a sold-out show yesterday in Gothenburg?
Yeah, we did. It was great. Really good. And the tour's been great, and there's no complaints. We're working hard, we're playing hard, and the people that come to shows have been fantastic.
Awesome.
So good. Have
people actually now accepted the kind of name change, or not the name change, but the spin? Well, all the things.
That's a really good question. I think the people now that come to see the show go, I get it, and now I know what it's about. And I think they realise that the Black Star Rider songs sit very well with the Thin Lizzy songs that we play. So they now understand what we're trying to do. And I think, you need to come and see the show. You need to see the show, buy the record, and you'll understand what the band is about. But certainly the reaction's been phenomenal, and people seem to be really happy. So
you released this, all
buy that record.
Breaks loose.
Buy that record.
In May this year.
May, yeah, wow. Crazy, huh? It's already old.
Yeah, it's already old, right?
Yeah.
It's already time to ask.
I know, yeah.
Are you working on new material?
We are.
It's really?
We are, yeah. No, but we're not planning to record till probably this time next year.
Okay.
We want to tour this album as much as we can in 2014. I know we're looking at going to Japan, Australia, United States, and possibly South America, and some more European festivals. So we're going to be busy. It's good.
Coming back to Sweden next summer then?
Absolutely. Try stopping us.
Is it already done?
I don't know. We're looking at festivals right now, so
okay.
I think by the end of the year we'll know what we're doing. But yeah, Sweden's been good to us.
Well, of course. How could we not?
No, it's been great.
Setting out on this tour, was it hard to decide the set list?
Not really, to be honest with you, because we've only got one album, so we're going to play most of the album, give or take maybe one or two songs, and then there's certain Thin Lizzy songs that we just have to play. We got to play Boys Are Back in Town, we got to play Jailbreak, we got to play Cowboy Song. People expect it, and we love playing those songs. So there's only really one or two songs that were a little bit contentious, but it was one of those things where I wrote the set list and I sent it out to the guys, and usually expect people to come back, oh, I don't want to play that, or we don't like that, let's change that, and it's usually like a mess, it's a friggin' mess. But everyone was like, oh, that's pretty good. Okay. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. And then we got into rehearsal, played it, and everybody was like, that's still pretty good. So it worked, and it's been, we're really happy with it,
Because the next question was going to be, have you changed it since then?
No. I mean, it's working really, really well, and we're only, I think, okay, we're 12 shows into the tour now, but we're really getting our groove now, and we like the way it's flowing, and it seems to be going down great every night. So it's one of those things of it, if it ain't broken,
Oh, of course. Today is Father's Day.
In Sweden?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
wow.
Kind of.
Well, I don't think it's Father's Day in. I live in the United States.
Yeah.
So I know it's Father's Day is different over there.
Oh, okay. There you go.
But I'm already kind of. It's my little girl's birthday tomorrow, so I'm missing that. Yeah, she's 6 tomorrow, so
Big girl.
That's the joys of. That's the hard part about being on the road. You get to miss stuff like that, which is tough. But the rest of it's a great job. No complaints.
I actually had a thing, because I was thinking today about my father, and then I thought he would be so proud of me doing this right today.
That's really sweet. That's great.
So the thing is, I was kind of asking, have you made your father proud?
You know what? I'm really lucky. My father's still alive. He's 82 years old, and he's a retired farmer. I grew up on a farm, and when I left school, I worked on the farm, and I was going to take the farm on. That's what I was going to do, going to the family farm. And my father saw how much I was into music, and that this is all I ever wanted to do, and I worked really hard at it. And he always encouraged me, and helped me, and didn't say, no, you got to work on the farm, you got to, you can't do music. The opposite. And when I was able to sort of sign my first record deal, and I've been doing this professionally now for 25 years, and I know that I've made him proud, because he believed in me, and I returned the favor, and he's been fantastic. He's probably one of my greatest influences, you know, which is great. So.
Very cool, very cool.
Thank you.
What would you wish for your children? I'm sorry, I'm just...
No, it's great. No,
to
be happy, you know. I mean, I, as long as my kids are happy and they're good people and they're respectful, that's, you know, I'll support them in whatever they want to do, and any, you know, if it makes them happy and they're not hurting anybody else and they're living a good life and they're out there trying to make a difference and following their dreams, and I think it's great, you know.
Cool. Back to tour. Yep. You are on the Scandinavian Nordic part. You're bringing the Gloria Story.
Yes.
Which are kind of like old friends to us.
Cool.
Have you heard the song Valentino?
Yes, I have. The one that borrows heavily from Thin Lizzy?
Borrows.
You know, they are lovely guys and they're great people, and it's been a joy to have them on the road with us. And you know, they're just wearing their influences on their sleeve, and I have no problem with that whatsoever. I think that's cool.
Because you say imitation is the highest form.
Absolutely, you know, and like I said, they're just so happy to be out on the road, and really, really good guys. We played their hometown yesterday of, I'm going to say this right, is it Hoofda?
Hoofda.
Yeah. And they looked after us really well there, you know. They were awesome. So.
What do you do on tour?
You know what? These days, I don't drink anymore, so I don't do drugs anymore. So that's not on the cards. I run.
You run?
I run a lot. I go to the gym and I run. Really boring. I run about 6-7 miles a day. You know, go online, talk to the family, watch movies, read books, listen to music. You know, that's it. Yeah, you know, the schedule that we have is usually so crazy. There's not a lot of time for partying anymore, you know.
It's changed, right?
Yeah, you know.
It's changed heavily because people are like, yeah, bands never party anymore because they always.
Well, there's
like,
there's stuff like VIP meet and greets now, which we do the acoustic stuff for the people who buy the VIPs. There's usually a lot of interviews to do and stuff. So the day's usually really busy, and you know, there's no record company support anymore. So touring is where artists make money. So you're out there trying to promote yourself, and we try and make the day as busy as we can with promotion or, you know, signings or anything like that, just to promote the band. But yeah, you know, I like to stay fit because I want to keep doing this for a long time, and you know, I like to look after myself.
Because that was also, how is it even possible? Because you've been doing this, as you said, for like 25 years.
I think you get to a point where it's either two roads you can down. You can keep, if you're a drinker and you do drugs, you keep doing that, and soon enough that'll catch up and things will start falling apart, and unfortunately it does. Or you make a decision that, okay, I want this as a career and I want to do this as long as I possibly can, and you got to start looking after yourself a little bit. For me personally anyway, it's helped me a lot. I think I'm maybe in better shape now than I was when I was 24, 25 years old, you know, because of the choices that I made. But that's why we can do 9 in a row. But everybody's different, you know. What's right for me may be different for somebody else. So.
How much do you spend playing guitar?
You know, it varies. Some days a lot. Usually if I'm writing, I'll play a lot. Just depends on time. But you know, we do write a lot on the road. So it's a fair bit. I mean, it would be definitely every other day, if not every day. So, you know, and we got a good work ethic with Black Star writers. Myself and Damon we're always writing and on the Pro Tools on the computer and working on ideas and stuff like that. You know,
because that's also easier now, right?
It's great. You know, the whole album. All hell breaks loose. The whole thing was written on the road, back at tour buses, hotel rooms. You know. So that's some technology has some pluses.
So what is the thought about this? Are you actually saying yes? After the next album, we will be hitting only the big arenas, doing the biggest. I mean,
that's up to you, beautiful people out there. I mean, you know, we're nothing without the people that come to our shows and buy our records. That, you know, you guys enable us to do this by buying the stuff and coming to the shows, and decide the future of the band. You know, if people still want to hear music and come to the shows, we'll keep playing, and hopefully that's the case. But you know, obviously we want to play to as many people as possible, and we want to get our music out to as many people as possible. So it would be nice.
If you're having a bad day, what do you do? What's the secret trick then?
You know what? I just try and find a place to take myself away. I mean, I'm gonna be pretty moody sometimes, and I certainly don't want to, piss anybody else off. So usually just try and find a quiet corner in the venue and try and sort my head out. Before it would be I would go drinking, which would just make it worse.
Of course.
So obviously that's not an option now. But yeah, just take myself away somewhere or go for a run.
Okay.
Sometimes I find that really helps you clear your head. A great way to see the city as well. When you do that too. So.
If you could actually give any advice to a musician, what would it be?
I mean, I just believe in yourself, follow your heart, and work hard. You got to get up. You got to treat it as a career, as a job, and you got to put everything you've got into it. Don't take no for an answer, just work and work. Practice.
Because you're signed to Nuclear Blast, but I know it's kind of like how do you actually get a record deal today? For you, it must have been kind of easy.
It was completely different back in the day. I mean, it was still, when I first got my record deal with my old band, The Almighty, it was the case of you did the demo tape and you give it to the record company and that way. And that was pretty hard. But the record companies were huge back then, and you could we signed a major record deal and we could quit our jobs that week because we had enough money from the label to support ourselves for the first year of making that record. And you knew that you'd probably get 2 or 3 albums chances to see if your band was going to make it or not. It doesn't really exist anymore, and I think that you do need another job now, unfortunately. I mean, if you want to be a musician, you do need another career that's going to provide you with income until you get to that point where you're living off your music. And I think that's tougher than ever, and it's really sad to see that because there's just no record company support there anymore. And so it's hard to build up a fan base. It's hard to go out there because you need somebody that's going to help fund you. You can find a rich friend, or you can either work another job and support yourself that way. But it's hard work. It's just it's not an easy industry. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. And it's hard, but use the internet, use any means necessary to get your music out to people and get yourself heard. Open mic nights, gigs, anything. Take it. Take the opportunities that are there.
Talking about the internet, are you active on at social medias?
I am, yeah.
Like the Facebook and Twitter and
all that stuff.
Like that.
Yeah, I think you have to be. It's if you don't move with the times, you get left behind, and I don't want to be left behind.
Well, great.
But you got to use that stuff. It's life changes, so therefore music changes, and to kind of ignore it, we put that out on vinyl because we love vinyl.
Yeah.
And obviously we're from that generation where that's how we went out and bought our music.
Yeah.
You show that to my kids today, and they're like, "What is it? What's that? What is this prehistoric thing? Because they're used to getting their stuff on iTunes, but we wanted to, with the Black Star Riders, you can buy it at iTunes, Amazon, you can download it, but people want to get it old school. We still do vinyl too, so.
Of course. Do you have a great vinyl collection yourself?
Yeah, and I don't listen to it as much as I'd like to. It's kind of, it takes up so much space.
Yeah.
That it's hard to get to, and that's the problem. But I still, personally, for me, there's no better way to listen to music. That's what, what do I know? What
is your oldest record? The one that kind
probably
isn't really working anymore.
Probably, the first record I ever brought was played by Slade, the band Slade.
Okay.
And it was a song called Take Me Back Home, and it was a 7-inch single, and I still have it. So.
Very cool.
Yeah. Not a bad first record to buy, actually, because they were a great band. Yeah.
So, thank you for talking to us.
You're welcome, anytime. Thank you for having me.
Get ready for the show now.
I do, yeah. Go and do my vocal exercises.
How does that sound?
No, I don't. You know what? I don't usually do it. We usually just sing a couple of songs with the guys in the dressing room and warm up that way. We don't do any of that sort of stuff. Okay. No. Hey, this is Ricky Warwick from Black Star Riders, and you are, of course, watching the one, the only Access Rock.